was a video.
Now?
It was a trailer.
We're live.
No prep.
No
nothing.
prep.
Didn't even give me a chance.
What do we need to prep for?
I
got
would
now?
like some professionalism in this.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, prepping 20 seconds before we go live would have been so much better.
Yeah. Each second of prep
could've.
is like one positive review from a watcher.
1 year in the hyperbolic time chamber.
I have serious heartburn right now and I can't drink. As he puts down
7 pieces of candy.
This is like my third.
Oh, yeah. Let's ignore the stockpile over here and whatever he ate before he even came into the room.
This is how I know you're feeling it, because you're being a dick.
Well, welcome.
Gentlemen,
Hello.
boys, girls, how we feeling?
Feeling good.
Wow,
How you
like
feeling?
you should.
How about you guys? Good.
Not bad, man. Not bad.
Billy?
Today's an historic day.
It's election day.
No, actually, it's the night we talk about Veilguard. It's
right.
a big night for us,
So-
boys.
I know everyone was eagerly waiting for us to have this conversation.
So
It's
me
a
and
big
Kyle
night.
have played a little bit of it. I just got to the attack on the Grey Warden's castle. Have you done that, Kyle?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that Act 1?
I think so.
Okay.
If it transitioned to Act 2, I've missed it. but
So we're both, I guess, in Act 1. Maybe Act 2. We don't know.
it's early.
Yeah.
Early to tell.
But yeah, what's your thoughts on it, Kyle?
So far, my thoughts. I don't hate the game. It's definitely not as bad as what a lot of people online would have you think.
100%. Yeah.
I would say that it's actually more good than bad in a lot of ways. Right now, my only struggle with it is it's just feels very average. I haven't really felt anything that's like really made this game a standout for me. This game is following some pretty high standards set in like the RPG world, but I also don't think that it's fair to even compare it to a game like Baldur's Gate, because it's
No.
a completely different style. People keep doing that. They keep comparing it to Baldur's
It's,
Gate.
if anything, compare it to Mass Effect
Yeah, I would
2,
say
2 or 3.
I don't know. It's definitely not on that level.
No, but I mean, like, in mission, like, gameplay, mission structure, everything,
I would say it's more similar to Andromeda.
or even Kingdoms of Amalur, I've been thinking
Okay, I could see
a
that.
little bit.
Yeah, I could see that. It's definitely like a solid like D or C minus game right now for me. I don't know how you feel.
I would give it,
Bless you.
bless you, I'd give it probably a 7 if I were looking on a number. I'm having
Bless you.
fun with it. I enjoy, the combat is decently fun. Right now, I decided just to try and make a new character, new like class, just to try it out a little bit. Because I started with Rogue, and I went like the dueling side, and I want to try the Warrior, the one you're doing, Kyle.
Yeah.
Just to give it a try. I plan to go back to my Rogue and continue the game, but I was like, this seems like a good point for me to try out the different combat, just because I have a horrible time choosing. I want to be a rogue so bad, but then I hate the gameplay. That's
do
usually
that
what happens.
every time.
Every single time. Like,
You
I
like the
blame them
idea
of
or
a rogue.
concept of a rogue, but you don't actually like it.
Well, except for Baldur's Gate. They nailed it. The Ranger is what I'm looking for, not a rogue. I'm looking for a Ranger.
A rogue and a ranger are two different things, though.
Yes, but I like the bow.
Yeah.
And so, but anyways, I'm enjoying it. I think it's very safe is the way I describe it. It's very safe in the aspect of it kind of feels middle ground. Like, it's not, there's nothing that's going to make me hate it, but there's nothing that makes me really love it. And yes, they have choices that, like, they try to show you that they matter. Like, one messes up a companion's like look, another will like damage your reputation with a companion and also make their abilities different, which was kind of cool. Like, at one point you have to choose a city to save. Whichever city you don't save, the companion from that city gets this hardened modifier, and it makes their like physical abilities like 25% more damage, but it makes it harder to build up relationship with them. So,
Well, we all know how relationships are extremely important for Billy.
yes,
You're
I
really
know
selling him
he
on
would
this.
love this game. He would love it.
I know I would, yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know, Kyle, what do you think about the writing?
It doesn't feel,
It's amateur hour.
it feels like fanfic half the time. It feels more like a Dragon Age fan fiction than it actually feels like a Dragon Age
There's a
story.
lot of, now, granted, the last Dragon Age I played fully through was Dragon Age, the one with Hawk. Was that Origins?
The Origins.
Origin. That was the last one I played
He
fully
was in
through.
2 also, wasn't he?
Maybe 2 then. I didn't play Inquisition all the way.
2 was the one where it was all within that one city.
Is Isabella in that one?
God, it's been like over 10 years.
I know. So I didn't play Inquisition. I played the one before that. So it's been a long time since I played Dragon Age.
That'd be 2 then, yeah.
I don't necessarily remember how the writing was in those games, but this feels very modern, very like almost quippy. Like it's constantly quipping like all the time. And I mean, they do have moments where it gets serious and they handle those decently, but there's a lot of like modern replies, especially with Tosh.
Yeah.
She is like this Kunari, like bull person, right? And they're like Krogan, essentially. They're Krogan. But she's very like, I don't know. She doesn't fit in. It doesn't seem like she should be there.
The whole atmosphere and tone of the game doesn't feel like it's in the same universe.
Right?
It
Like it feels like they're trying to shift it to something else, which is fine, but it's weird.
It's very tonally different. It's very like, it's almost like it's weird that it's even rated M. Like it feels like it's geared more towards like a kid friendly audience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's very more cartoony, more. It's like less gritty, less all around. Like it's just a completely different direction. And at times, save for like the connections it has to like Inquisition, it doesn't even really feel like it's in the same universe. It feels like a total shift. And I don't like, to me, maybe that's part of the reason why I'm struggling really giving it that passing grade right now. I mean, I'll reserve judgment until I actually like beat it. But right now, that's just how I feel.
Well, and let me ask you this part too, Kyle. As a big fan of Mass Effect, right? I feel like there's something missing on the companion side, at least, especially in like the romance.
Oh, 100%.
Like I don't know where I'm at. We think we're in part 1 still. We could be in part 2. Maybe there's not a notifier of telling you in your part 2 or act 2. But I've been like trying to romance, or I've been using the flirt option on characters, and it seems to be going nowhere. And like nothing has happened. And I'm like, well, I don't know how far I am, so I don't want to put judgment quite yet, but I feel like in Mass Effect, me flirt, especially even in the first one, me flirting with Liara
Gets her in bed real quick.
Well, not that, but it felt more
There's
impactful.
a clear indication, like, hey, this is what I'm interested in.
Yeah. This feels like when you choose the flirt option, it'll just be like,
Oh, that's just Rook.
yeah,
You know, you just...
this is what it boils down to. Especially some of them, it's like, I kind of like having you around. That's it. That's it. And then they're like, oh, thanks. And you're like, yeah.
All right. Plus 1 point to attraction.
Like, there's no... it's really softcore. it's really like so like
Slow
Rated
burn.
G.
yeah, like it's a slow burn. And then I don't know. I feel like maybe they're afraid of like. I really don't think this is the game's problem, even though a lot of the consensus is this online. But maybe there is some merit to the fact that they might be afraid of offending certain approaches, certain groups, certain crowds. But they're not handling it like, I feel like it's affecting their storytelling.
Yes, I'll agree there. What do you think anything is strong about the game?
I honestly like.
I have one specific point for me.
Well, let me hear yours.
Solus. the conversations you have with him are right now they're driving me. So Solus is he's been in all 3 or all Dragon Age, right? Like
I don't remember. I know for a fact he was one of the main companions in Inquisition.
Yeah. So he's like this elf, and you learn that he's like an elven god. So he's been alive for hundreds of years. He like is one of the, he's the tricks. He's like Loki, basically. But he's the main catalyst of this game. And in the game, he gets trapped in this other dimension because you try and start him at the beginning. And basically, you get to talk with him in between like missions. Like he's in your mind, and you go and you visit him. And whoever wrote those scenes, it's that meme with the pen on fire to me. Like that is compelling stuff because he's sitting there and he's like this. You don't know whether to trust him. I almost, you might disagree with me here, but I almost get like the vibes of like Khan from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Very much where it's like
He just exists in a higher dimension.
Like he's just good. Like
you don't know how to balance it.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, you need the information he has and you value his opinion, but he's also exceptionally dangerous.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And so I'm really enjoying those specific scenes when you get to talk to him.
People that romanced him in Dragon Age Inquisition can finally feel justified. Because, like, he basically, like, betrays you in Inquisition, and he's one of the romanceable characters. And so, like, all these people are upset that, like, after all that, he leaves or whatever. I don't know 100%, but if you carry over that story thread happened, then there's like a payoff or like the romance between the Inquisitor and him or whatever.
So can you continue that romance in this game?
You're not playing as the same character, so you just set up like this is what the world was.
But like,
Based
is it
on-
an option to try and romance him?
Not in this one, no.
Not as Rook.
All the Dragon Ages always have you choose a different character, but you can carry over your past character
like
and meet them.
like the lore of the past character can be in the
Yeah.
new game, even though you're not
On
playing
some
as.
level, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can meet because I played. Wow, I must have played Origins in 2. I must have played because I remember meeting Hawk in whatever other game there was. I remember
You
having
meet
the
him in
mission.
Inquisition.
Maybe I got that far in Inquisition
Maybe you got that
and then
far
I
in
quit.
Inquisition.
But you all like they always try and have you meet the last character. Like you go in and
Like cameo, like remember me.
yeah,
You know?
hey, I'm not the main guy this time. You are, but
Click here if you want me to sum up our entire relationship in a montage of 2-minute clip.
The
Yeah.
first Dragon Age is incredibly dated formula wise, though. Like it doesn't even have a voice protagonist.
Wow.
It's like dialogue choices you click and there's
It's
no
just response.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which there's some games that works in, and it works in that game too. But I don't think that kind of thing would fly now. I feel like people need to have those voice protagonists.
what do you think of the lore of Dragon Age? I mean, I'm rusty on it. I don't
Yeah.
remember much, but the Grey Wardens are basically the Witchers, right?
Yeah, like the lore itself it's good, but like I said, it all feels very. This has been my problem with Dragon Age from the very beginning. Is it all feels very like fan fictiony of other better lores.
Yeah.
Like it's all just like inspired by these other better things that are out there, and that
Didn't create its own identity.
Yeah,
It takes a lot of inspiration from other stuff. I agree there. But I mean, overall, I would rate it as 7 right now. I still want to continue playing it. Like, it still got me hooked to continue to play it.
How's the gameplay?
The gameplay as the rogue is
Isn't it designed around like you can kind of jump in and play as anyone in your posse?
no, it's Mass Effect.
Oh, okay.
It is like essentially where you can tell them to do stuff, but it's you.
in Inquisition you could do that.
Yeah.
You could go into any body of any character that is in your
Kind
party.
of customize their build and
They got rid of that.
Interesting.
I don't feel like so I'm playing as a warrior. Maybe that's just because of the class I chose. I don't feel like the gameplay is like particularly thrilling. Cinematically, it looks very cool. It's all this great grand scale, but it ultimately boils down to me. I'm playing on PlayStation, just hitting square
Yeah.
over and over again.
What level are you?
God, I don't know, like 5,
You're level 5? No.
maybe more. I don't.
You have to be like 25. If you did the castle, the Grey Warden castle,
When it's so, I might be thinking of a different point in the game than you then.
like with the giant face in the clouds.
Yeah, I definitely saw that.
Yeah, so that's 25.
I don't even. Every time I get a skill point, I just allocate it. I'm not even like. I'm like, oh, that's another level. I don't even think about it. It doesn't feel like I'm. Maybe because it feels like I'm not like getting a lot of like. I think I need to respec is what it is.
That's the nice point is you can respec really easily and you can go into each specialization. I want to look up the max level, but if I were to compare it to say like God of War, right? Because I do really like the God of War combat. That's still better. Like it's I don't feel, even though I'm level 25, I don't feel special. Like I don't feel like I'm doing shit. I feel like I'm whacking away numbers.
That's what I feel like too.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that's why thought I was so much lower, but
It's just lightweight, baby.
Yeah, so I mean, but I don't know.
Lightweight, baby.
Highest level is 50, so
Running
we're
Coleman.
halfway about, me and you, Kyle. So,
I'm halfway. I feel like I barely scratched the
yeah,
surface.
level 50 is the max.
Okay.
So I don't feel like at level 25,
What level are you?
25 about. I think the combat is probably
Meh.
meh. Like I don't feel powerful. I don't feel it's not empowering. It's not fun. Whereas like God of War, I look forward to each fight because I enjoy that puzzle, right, of the combat. Versus this, I'm like, I look forward to some fights, but then others, like if there's multiple enemies and there's one shooting stuff, I'm like, fuck this shit. Like they're shooting shit at me and I have to dodge it, and then I also have to worry about these guys that are fucking me up the ass. And then you have these your
You always got to
companions.
worry about that.
Yeah, your
Watch
companions don't do much. They don't.
I feel like also,
Dude, this game, you guys are so not selling me this game.
I don't know. I wouldn't recommend this to you because I know how you are as a gamer.
Yeah, it's not you.
And I don't think that you would have a fun time at all. And so this is one of those things I'm not going to even try and sell you on. But I also feel like having played like Souls games on console, a lot of the combat feels similar to that, but like on baby mode is what it feels, because it's a lot of, as a warrior, it's a lot of attack, dodge, attack.
Yeah.
And so like that part just felt very intuitive, but it feels like way
like,
easy.
it's-
Like,
yeah.
so that's why I feel like it boils down to me just attack, roll, attack, roll. And I don't think I've strategized on anything. Like I've never thought about how I'm approaching any battle.
No.
I've just gone in and it's been fine. I'm not playing on I'm playing on like the middle difficulty.
Yeah, balance.
Balance.
I think is what it's called.
There's like the easiest, the beginner, the intermediate, and then like the 2 hard ones. I'm playing on like whatever the middle one is. So like maybe I might, if I bumped it up one, maybe I might have more fun. I don't know.
So, yeah. What did you say? What positive thing about the game?
It sounds like we're really shitting on
I
it.
know.
but-
We gave it a 7.
Yeah, I
I did.
like a. For
You guys
me,
haven't truly finished it, you know. So
that's
it's
so
hard
that's
to.
yeah. I haven't even beat the game yet. I think that graphically and like artistically, I do think it's pretty. I don't
Yeah.
think that it's nearly as stiff as people are saying it is. I think that the animations are good. I'm not a huge fan of Frostbite, and that's the engine it's on. When it comes to games like this, and I think that they did a good job with that engine though for this.
The hair looks amazing.
The hair is incredible. Like I've never played a game because I'm playing as a female character, and she's got like this really long hair, and whenever she spins or rolls, it literally like the hair
The physics are
flows.
really good.
Yeah. So that specifically,
They went all in on the hair.
they
did.
went all in on the hair.
Are you playing as a girl?
No. I'm playing as Dylan.
Nice.
Just as I always do.
Dylan.
How do you know about the
Me.
hair? Is this like
The hair even on my guy looks, dude.
Wow.
Looks dope. Yeah.
Okay.
Looks clean, fresh, crisp. Looks real.
See, I always roll as the bald guy, so got to get it as close to home as possible.
It's either that or you just go with whatever they look like.
Yeah.
Next, all right, here we
Default.
go. We're in.
Mass Effect, I do default Shepherd.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
you
like
have to.
the default male
No?
shepherd. No, I don't like the way he looks.
I got tired of making my guy look ugly in customer care.
I feel like I could always
Isn't
make my
it
guy
weird?
look fairly handsome.
Doesn't it change things if you do custom? Right? Like they don't call you Shepherd.
No, they
or-
do.
It doesn't change anything.
Your
It
last
doesn't
name
change
Shepherd.
anything. I feel like I remember you guys telling me that it changes a couple things when you're no.
No.
All Bioware games, your last name is what everybody calls you by.
so you could do your first name.
It's
Although in Andromeda, if your last name is Ryder in
Yeah.
Andromeda, if you don't change the first name, then there are characters that will call you like Sarah or Scott.
interesting.
And if you do change the first name, then they just call you straight Ryder. That's only for a few of the characters, but they'll actually call you by your first name if you didn't edit that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now with AI, you could actually have probably like a pretty heavy database of names. Like
Well,
you could
even
have,
with AI, the work on that would be
10,000 names and
so much more minimal now.
Yeah,
But
so-
I remember Cogsworth in Fallout 4 recorded like 1,000 names.
He could say,
So like all these names.
Wow.
And so he can call you whatever your name
hello,
was.
Master Dylan.
William
Like William.
Kyle.
I'm sure William was one of the
Yeah.
names. Kyle's. And so that was kind of fun and interesting at the time. But AI would imagine the manpower that we cut
Oh.
down on that. Like
Boom.
just get a
My
sound.
name is Onomatopoeia.
Just get a sound print of that character's voice, and he can call you whatever you want.
Yeah,
Saying all the
exactly.
consonants. E, U, A, O.
What's the super? Okay, I was trying to remember that old. Like as a kid, you're like, "That's the longest word in the world." And it's
Supercalifragilistic.
It's a completely made up word from Disney.
Yeah, the
It
Sherman
says
brothers.
nothing to do with anything.
Aren't all words made up?
What is the
True.
long? What is actually the longest word? Isn't it like something with?
Supercalifragilistic.
No. I'll look it up. But it has to do with like underwater marine biology, right?
It's a good question.
Longest word in English?
Yeah. Oh, it's
Pneumo.
it's
no
pneumo.
ultra microscopic.
Hey, I got nothing, dude.
silicovol-
Newman ultramicroscopic silico
volcano-
Covolcano
Covulcanosis.
conicosis.
a lung disease caused by inflation of very fine silicate or quartz dust.
I feel like
Somebody
some
named it that just to
scientists-
fuck with somebody.
Exactly.
There's no way.
Because this didn't exist when we were kids. I'll tell you that. The longest word was like some subnautical. See, look. I guess supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is on here, but it's
What's a word
it's not
now?
a word. Yeah.
Because it's been ingrained in American culture. But that was the Sherman brothers who did that a lot. They always made up stuff for their music.
Wow.
Wow.
45 letters.
That some asshole knew what he was doing there.
Absolutely.
100%.
There's no Merriam-Webster.
The fucking asshole.
As if the dictionary is the one that created that word. Longest word.
Marine biology.
Yeah, there's like some word.
This is going to bug you, huh? There it is.
No.
No, it's not it. No.
Algae.
Ouch.
There it is. It's right here. Aquino. No, trophic.
Now say that in a southern accent.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce the 183 letter word? All right, now we're just getting stupid. People are inventing their own words here. None of
Aren't
this
all
is-
words invented.
Yeah. No, I remember I was like in 5th grade and we were looking at like the longest words, and I remember someone saying like supercalifragilistic, and they were like, "That's a made up word from Disney." Now I guess, what makes a word, right?
Yeah,
Like,
'cause
people
all
in
words are made up.
Yeah, people in pop culture sort of using it, so I guess that technically would make it a word, but there was something to do with like submarines or like aquatic biology or something like that I remember, but don't remember the actual word. So
Riveting.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
All right.
Carry on.
Let's hear it.
All right. No microscopic silicovolcanic.
Riveting. Oh. Okay, Sparkling Zero.
Yeah.
Not
okay.
Sparkling Zero, the water.
No. Not Sparkling Zero.
Good. I was confused.
So Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero.
I thought we were finally going to be bold enough to
You can.
talk
review
about
Sparkling Zero.
Today we're doing bubbly. This is the cherry flavored
Buble?
bubbly. It's also pronounced buble.
promoted by Michael Bublé.
In some necks of the wood.
Yes.
You know what? No, we're not going to jump into. We're not going to jump into this one. You know what we're going to talk about? Let's go top 5. No, not top 5. Let's go top 3. We're going to have it a spicy list.
Okay.
Top 3, because we just celebrated Halloween. Top 3 Halloween candies.
We did this before.
Did the tier list.
We did tier list for
Candy.
candies last year, but I want to know now. Shit changes.
Okay.
Shit changes, boys.
Halloween candy.
Candy corn.
And it doesn't have to necessarily be in an order. Just give me your top 3.
Popcorn balls.
I am throwing you out that window.
Just saying, like,
That is the worst.
erasers. When people give erasers and not candy.
And they were bad erasers too.
Yeah,
The one that are
tie-dye
buildable.
They have,
ones.
like, ink on it, so
Yeah.
you just rub the ink into
and
the
it would
paper.
like be blue, and you're like, what the fuck? Okay, my top 3. Here I go. It's a spicy list. Maybe I'll go top 5. Reese's. I don't know if that's in the top 1 spot, but we're just gonna call it out. Twix, and I got a spicy one for you here. Butterfinger. Okay.
That's pretty common. I don't think that's
That's not
controversial.
spicy.
For my I'm gonna throw in there heavy-handed. It's a close second. Close fourth. Milky Way.
The most popular candies.
Milky Way. All right. I'm gonna hit you with the 5th.
Snickers.
I might go Snickers.
I'm waiting for stuff that'll blow my mind.
Do you know what my? Do you know?
I was expecting, like, Baby Ruth.
Let me hit you with this one.
$100,000.
My
100 grand.
14th favorite candy. No, my wife's 3rd favorite candy. So it goes Reese's.
Almond Joy.
Second is Snickers. You know what her 3rd is? I'm not kidding when I say this, and I doubt you will even know what this is.
Whoppers.
Boston baked beans.
Oh, I know those.
I don't know what those are.
They're terrible. They're garbaggio. Okay? They're terrible. Have you had these before?
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty
They're-
mid, but they're not, like,
Dude, they're not a top 3 anywhere in the
top
country.
3. No, maybe in Boston. I don't know what
They
do
are
over there.
like exceptionally hard candies. And they're called Boston baked beans. They're like blood red. And
a little spicy, aren't they?
I don't even know if
Aren't they
I've
like
had
cinnamon
more than
flavored,
3.
if I
don't
remember
know. But when she said that to me the other day, I'm like, what? Boston baked beans? Anyway, next.
Number 1 probably blow pop.
Blow pop.
Blow pops.
No
okay.
wonder you're fucking skinny. That is F tier all the way.
F tier?
Blow pops? So you
Yeah.
suck on them for an hour and a half to get to the
And you get gum.
shitty gum
you
in the
bite
middle?
through it. You get a little nice crunchy gum.
Is blow pop on your top 20?
No, it's like the candy that was given to you when you accompanied your parents to pay the bill at the water station.
No
And
shit.
they had a
yeah.
bowl of them.
Wow.
The bank hands you the dum dums for free. Like, oh, thanks.
It's barely better than a
Jeez.
dum dum.
It's
So
garbage.
This is what I wanted to hear from you, though.
Yeah.
When you were saying, like,
controversial.
get ready for my list, and it was the top 5 most popular candies.
Butterfinger is hated on.
No,
I don't
it's not.
know.
I don't know about that.
Well, you guys are Butterfinger enjoyers?
Yeah.
I like Butterfinger. I don't think it's
Okay. All right. That's
Um,
usually when I drop that one, people go, "What the fuck, Butterfinger?" It gets stuck in my teeth, and it's like, yeah.
I
brush
love
your
the flavor of Butterfinger, but I do dislike that it does stick all over your gums.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets
You
stuck in
have
your
to
teeth.
get like, I know this sounds weird, but like the fresh Butterfingers, because there's sometimes where like that core becomes a rock, and that's not, nobody enjoys that. But when it's fresh and it's flaky, another dimension.
All right. So
All right, we're hitting.
pop.
We're starting off.
So
hot.
blow pop
for number
Your
one.
blow pop
is
is
my
that
number one.
That is your number. You're
Yeah.
actually putting in order.
Yeah.
Over Reese's, over anything you're
Yeah.
going for. You're
I'm
going
not a
for
huge
blow
chocolate
pop.
guy. I'm not.
That's right. You're a cuck. I forgot. Sorry. Go ahead.
Jeez.
Yes, that equals me being a.
Yeah.
Well, it's got the word
Gets
blow in
cucked.
it.
Exactly.
Number two.
And he's the one blowing it. He's trying to get to the gum in the middle. And you know what rhymes with gum? We all know. Okay?
Rum. He's also an alcoholic.
yes, I'm a lush.
He's a lush.
Good. Nice. Well, cultured
I've
man.
learned.
I see.
Number
learned.
two is probably hot tamales.
Oh, dude, what is this list? I guess if you don't like chocolate,
Yeah.
you would be an asshole and talk about these things. I mean, it makes
So
sense.
hot tamales.
Hot fucking.
You probably
I
love baked beans.
I'm not
Boston
gonna
baked
lie.
beans.
Hot tamales are like Mike and Ike's, but with
Yeah,
like,
spicy.
They're soft and jelly, right?
Yeah, they're
Cinnamon.
like Mike and Ike, same type.
I can get in a certain mood, but I like to gorge
Yeah, you can
on
gorge
food.
on those.
You can't really gorge
Yeah, you
on
can.
those. I don't.
I've done it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think your gorging and my gorging are different. Like I can get sick from my gorging.
Eat a whole box.
Like eating 2 or 3 boxes would be.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Like it just hits different. Yeah, I'm at a different level in life.
Boston baked beans are just nuts.
Yeah, they're nuts. All right,
It's nutty and slightly savory.
dude.
Combination. So it's just chocolate coated nuts. It's like kind of like the chocolate peanut M&Ms, but way less. And it's just
it's like chewing on a copper penny. Is what I would equate it to. That's how hard it is. Oh shit! Is that my tooth or the Boston baked bean?
I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Number one candy. All right, so
'Kay.
blow pops,
Hot tamale.
hot tamales,
Swedish fish.
Swedish fish.
Ooh.
Okay, I like Swedish fish.
I do like Swedish fish.
Right?
Almost not a Halloween candy.
They come the little bags, you know?
Very cultural of you to celebrate Sweden.
Yeah.
I'm Swiss.
And Swedish
close.
fish.
All right,
It's
top
close.
3. Kayo.
Oh, I thought we were doing top 5. Did you only
Five.
name 3?
He only did 3. I did
have
5 because I'm an
more,
asshole.
but-
Oh, you do? Hit it.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Last 2.
So next up,
Let me hit.
this
let me
one's a
guess.
little tough because
Sour
it's,
gummy worms.
No, close. It's not.
Skittles.
What?
oh.
Oh no, it's gonna be like a Twizzler.
No, I'd say Sour Patch Kids. Little
Okay, I
bags.
can't
I
hate you
don't
for
like
that
Sour
one. I
Patch
can't
Kids.
hate you for that one. So all right,
If
5.
they don't sell these for Halloween, but if my choice is the watermelon ones, but they don't. I've never seen them for Halloween. The regular ones are the Halloween ones.
Sour Patch all around. It's just
So that's 4. Number 5. You know what? The as much as I have a love-hate relationship with this one, but the green apple caramel lollipops.
what the fuck is with you in these time lapse candies?
I enjoy the experience. you
Who
know?
has the time to suck on a fucking sucker for 3 hours?
You're taking
Who
too
has
long.
the time?
You gotta suck faster. Suck
just-
harder.
He just suck and
Places-
sucking.
He just places it on his tongue and just lets it just melt naturally.
I don't think I've had a sucker this decade. And I'm not exaggerating that. And I've put down some candy.
I eat like 50 lollipops a day, but
Well, recreationally, yeah. Wow. There's a lot of dum-dums, huh? Are they
know-
the small ones or they're big ones?
these are small little round ones.
Off-brand.
Off-brand, yeah.
Nice. All right, top 5, hit us.
All right, my number 1, I love Laffy Taffy. Especially the banana flavored Laffy Taffy.
Banana
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 Laffy
flavored
Taffy is
Laffy
good.
Taffies.
Do you know the story behind the banana flavoring in it?
There's
Yeah. Apparently, the bananas used to. You know how like when the banana Laffy Taffies, it don't really taste like bananas.
No, it's banana flavoring.
Right. Apparently, that flavoring that's what bananas used to taste like. But somehow, like the original like seeds of banana or something, like there was like a fire or something happened or some company went out of business, and though that banana recipe or the seeds from that banana, it completely lost forever, and so we are left with like the bananas of what we taste today. And I always think about how those taste so different than like what I would call a banana, right? Kind of interesting.
So random.
Isn't that so random?
We lost an entire flavor of fruit.
Yeah,
through a
dude.
fire.
I have heard that like the bananas we taste today aren't the same.
Because it's like when you eat that candy, there's nothing like a normal banana. So anyway, interesting. But like think
I
about if we
remember when
lost
I
the
used
seeds
to,
to Gala apples, right? Like if like all the Gala orchards or what like Granny Smith, like what if all those burned up or whatever? Like
Every single apple, and we were just
We'll
left with
never-
the green sours.
we're gonna get a Grandpa
I know that-
Smith.
Bananas have been like really bastardized. They used to be like little small, and they've been like selective breeding has like made them like all big, and they got more bitter over the years because of that. So I mean that might be part
When
of it.
you
as
see
well.
like agriculture, like how it's what the fruit started as to like selective growing and breeding has made it, you're like, wow.
when I worked at Dairy Queen, long ass time ago, we had this banana flavored powder that was like really good. Tastes just like the Laffy Taffy banana flavor, and I would
So
put it
good.
in everything.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
whenever I
it's
made
it's
something.
obviously because whenever you have anything banana flavored, it's that flavor. It's
Yeah.
not.
not
So like
banana.
obviously that's the preferred flavor of bananas. So anyway,
So anyways, yeah. So Laffy Taffy number 2, probably Reese's. I really love Reese's.
Classic.
Number 3, I don't know. This is I don't know if this is Halloween candy or just candy, but I don't know if I can name this because I've never got this on Halloween, but I always wish I would. Is Abba Zabbas?
Never even heard of it.
You've never heard of Abba
Abba
Zaba?
Zaba? No.
It's basically it's a taffy. It's like vanilla flavored taffy, and in the middle of it is peanut butter.
Oh
It's really good.
shit.
Yeah, really good.
Is
I
it like
used to-
creamy or is it taffy peanut butter?
No, it's like good
Is it
peanut
like
butter. It's yeah.
Like a peanut butter texture and everything?
Yeah,
Wow.
no, it's real peanut butter inside the
Wow.
Laffy Taffy.
what's the candy that's the white taffy with the peanuts in it?
Well, it's
Like
that sounds like Abba Zaba.
It's not
but
Abba Zaba,
it's
but
not
it's-
peanuts. It's actually creamy peanut butter. I don't know what has the peanuts in it.
It's
Payday?
Are you thinking
No, not
of
Payday.
Payday? No,
No,
that's just caramel and peanut butter.
I'll tell you one thing that I'm a candy that's growing on me as I get older is toffee.
Yeah.
And like
Oh, I love like a Heath bar.
Heath bars, dude,
Yeah.
are so good. Or like almond roca. That's really grown on me. My friends just went to Disneyland and they brought back this
big hunk.
Big hunk.
big
It's-
hunk. That's a good one.
That's the one I'm talking about, where it's like the white taffy.
Yeah.
and the peanuts.
It's like that, but creamy peanut butter.
but
in
with
it.
creamy. Peanuts.
Those are like cowtails, right? You would almost call that like a big hunk. You
Sure.
seen those with the creamy filling? Like you know what I'm talking about, right?
What?
Where it's like a caramel stick and then creamy filling.
That's not a big hunk. Big hunk is this big white bar, and there's peanuts. in
What's
it.
the white bar? Just white chocolate?
Taffy?
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Boy, it's been that long. I don't even really have
Like a
reference, I
Charleston
guess.
chew. You know Charleston chew?
Love Charleston chews.
Yeah.
We got Daniel in the chat. He says Reese's #1 forever. I mean, you're not going to throw anybody off with a statement like that. But let me ask you, give us your top 5, Daniel, because that's what really matters. We want to get deep into that list where you start saying some controversial shit. Apparently, listen, I have people in my life that chastise me for Milky Ways.
He names the most basic bitch candies of all time.
Milky Ways and Butterfingers, I get shit
Milky
thrown
Ways
at
are
me.
delicious.
I think, honestly, I wouldn't have a problem with putting Milky Way at my top #1. But you know what I miss that they don't really have on the shelves? Kyle will know this. We used to walk to 7-Eleven all the time in the summertime. And I would get the peanut butter Twix.
Yep.
Fuck.
Are
They
those-
don't really make those anymore. I
gone
can't
now?
find them. They always do like cookies and cream.
Butterfingers are not good.
Daniel, see, he's one of the haters in my life. And this is what I have to go to bed with. And I think about those kind of comments, and it weighs on me.
It weighs
As
on
it
you.
channels in my psyche. No, give us your
'Cause
top
you're that
5, Daniel.
controversial.
Give us
So
your top
number
5.
4 for me would be Snickers, and then number 5 would be Jolly Ranchers.
Ooh, Jolly Ranchers. Jolly Ranchers are good.
If you would have asked me in second grade, I probably would have thrown Jolly Rancher in the mix. But adult
But you have
me,
to suck on it.
Exactly.
You don't like anything that takes time.
I don't want I want things that I can get that burst of flavor.
I like baby bottle pops.
That's like saying your top candy is like Big Five gum. You know, like no, I'm gonna smack on this for an hour and a half.
I like the jelly candies that look like hamburgers. It's like some weird.
dude, those are pretty banging. But no, I wouldn't put that. I mean, you always enjoyed getting those, but you wouldn't.
It's not like you
Wouldn't want
Yeah.
all that. It's like you can
Remember
only
when
have so
they-
many Krabby Patties.
They used to sell that candy. They called it like goo, and it was like just like a tube of like gooey candy that would come out, and you just like suck on it.
I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Yep. He's in the plastic.
Yeah.
Tube?
It was like called like I
toothpaste?
think it was literally called like goo.
Dude, you just remind me of like Fun Dips.
Yeah.
Where you take your
Lick
sugar
it and put
stick
it in the-
and you
lick
dip
it.
it into more sugar and then you fucking, it's just you're eating like the most basic candy of all
I
time.
remember when I was a kid, you used to be able to king size candy bar for 48 cents. And I remember because my dad we'd go get candy. He's like, nothing over 3/4. That's what he would say. Because
3/4 what? Like size?
like change.
Oh,
75 cents.
literally 3/4.
Yeah, nothing
Okay.
over 75 cents is what he would say.
Wow, dude, I remember that. I remember we used every time we would check out, you know, like my parents would be like, "Okay, you can get a candy bar or whatever." But then when they crossed that $1 threshold,
Yeah.
that was no more. That was
crazy.
It. It was just like, no, you're not allowed to do it.
All of a sudden, the dollar store candy became a deal.
What?
You're like, whoa, wait a minute.
Have you seen these candy bars now? They're fucking tiny.
And they don't
Like
call
the
them
Hershey-
king size anymore. They call them like share size.
Family
Yeah.
size.
Family size, and you're like, I can put that down.
I must be a whole family.
I am a family. All right, here
What
we go.
it-
Top
okay.
5. Reese for Daniel. Reese's, Hershey, peanut butter and chocolate cookies. What is that? What is a
Sounds
peanut butter and
delicious.
chocolate? That's not a candy bar, is it? Or is it Hershey's peanut butter
I
chocolate?
think it's no, because that's
It's
5.
a comma, right?
Yeah, peanut butter and chocolate cookies. So
Ain't no one putting Pop Rocks in.
I love Pop Rocks.
No way,
Put them on
dude.
your mouth and it just pops in your mouth.
Yeah, what? And Mexican chili suckers,
Yeah,
like the
those
Lucas
are
stuff.
good.
The
Yeah,
Lucas
it goes
things?
on. It's like on the little white spoon.
and you squeeze it out, and then
No, like I like the ones that they like put it on top of like the white plastic spoon,
Oh,
wrap
and you
it,
just-
and then you just kind of lick it like a lollipop.
I had one that was
you
shaped.
guys in your long exposure.
Have you ever had this one, Kyle? It was shaped like a turkey,
wait?
like a turkey.
What?
like Thanksgiving turkey.
Like a turkey leg
no,
or
the
a
whole
turkey?
ass turkey, and it was it was a Mexican spicy.
Candy, and you just lick it.
Yeah, and it's shaped like a turkey for some reason. So
I'm
it was
into
good.
But
It's tamarind
Can we
flavor
talk
usually.
about peanut butter and chocolate chip cookies getting thrown in? I feel like
Is that candy?
I don't know if that's candy.
I don't know
What
if
makes
I
a
would.
candy? Let's have that conversation. What makes something
It's got
a candy?
candy in it. It's got
Kyle
chocolate.
goes to Google for the official. I don't give a fuck what
Well,
the official.
The way
definition is.
I was rating it is if I went
Is it sold over the
trick-or-treating,
counter? Okay.
would I get it?
Right.
You
What are
don't often
finding?
get handmade stuff. Like it's very rare.
If I got a handmade thing, my mom was throwing it out.
Yeah.
My mom looked through all of our candy.
so while
She stole some Reese's.
I do love
She
peanut butter and
definitely
chocolate
did.
chip cookies are good.
Definitely.
I don't know if I've ever gotten one Halloween trick or treating.
I definitely haven't. And like I said, if I did get anything home cooked, it was getting hucked.
All right, I know you don't care about it. All right, but
Hit me with the Webster definition.
a candy is where the principal ingredient is sugar.
Jesus, that's half of the food in America.
No, like cookies. And
Yeah.
the principal ingredient is like flour, eggs, butter. Like the principal ingredient of candy is sugar.
Yeah.
Whereas in other desserts, that's a complementary ingredient, but it's not the principal
Does
ingredient.
high fructose corn syrup count?
Yeah, but like a cake, the principal ingredient might have a lot of sugar in it, but it's not. The principal ingredient is flour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's you
Okay,
know.
so anything with sugar as the number one ingredient. So cookies. I don't know if cookies would. I think
Cookies is not a candy.
flour. Yeah,
because flour
is
egg
the
is
dominant.
the dominant ingredient.
Peanut butter and chocolate chip cookies. You know, I have to admit, I am kind of a classic guy. When I love
Are you?
peanut butters.
You're a classic man.
I'm a classic man. You know, I wear my hat on straight.
Oh well.
Yeah. Okay. We better up your game. Okay. I like chocolate chip cookies, but every once in a while, I don't mind a good just sugar cookie. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but like I do just like you know, like especially when you're eating raw batter. Sometimes I'll get a little batter with a little cookie dough with no chips and just eat the you know the vanilla sugar cookie batter.
Like any classic man would.
Like any classic pinky up man would, you know?
I'm a cookie dough guy. Cookie dough
What do you
over
mean?
cookies.
Cookie dough over cookies.
Yeah.
No.
I
close.
might not disagree with you.
I don't like cookie
I
dough.
will
You
take.
don't like cookie dough? Is it because of the idea of it? Like the raw eggs?
No, I don't
grosses
know
you
if
out?
that really bothers me. I just don't like. To me, it just feels like uncooked dessert.
Dude.
It doesn't feel like
I will take a
not in its
square
final form.
of like the pre-made cookie stuff. I'll take like 2 squares of those, and I'll just.
What a bad boy.
Yeah.
2 squares. I'm fucking finishing the package. Okay? What are we even talking about? I would take, guys, 2 squares. The little fucking Toll House squares.
Yeah.
For me, the
No.
best cookie is, well, okay. I love a chocolate chip cookie, just like a classic
Yes.
one. I don't like
Yes.
soft cookies though. I like to have a little
Interesting.
bit of stiffness to my cookie
Milk?
because
That
because
is,
I always like dipping my
Dipping
cookie in milk. And
those
if
are, yeah.
soft cookies just completely fall apart in the milk, and I don't like
What about fresh?
Those are, that,
hot, crispy cookies.
no, see, I have a whole
Part
thing against
soft.
warm chocolate.
Warm chocolate.
I'm
bugs
not
you.
kidding you. I have dreamed of opening a like a bake shop called Cold Cookie because I don't like.
it. I don't know if you.
I'm dead serious.
They're gonna sell like hot, not hot cakes, cold cakes.
They're cold cakes,
Cold cookies.
cold cow pie cakes. I don't. The flavor of chocolate completely changes when it's hot and melty, and I think it's fine. But I think when it's warm, you can kind of hide a lot of the imperfections in a cookie. I actually am the exact opposite. I can appreciate a stiff cookie because I think you get much more of that like that almost like caramelized flavor from the cookie, and it is better to dunk. Like there's no doubt about that from that perspective, and like Oreos and something more of like a cracker cookie or whatever. They dunk better for sure. They hold more milk. But I am a diehard cold, soft cookie.
Yeah.
I am a fan. That is like how I
A
make
cookie's
my
a
cookies.
cookie. I'll eat a cookie no matter what.
But yeah,
I
we're
would
getting picky.
prefer-
We're getting picky here.
Yeah, I
There's-
would prefer to have a
100%.
like more of a crunchy chocolate chip cookie than I would a soft one.
My preferred cookie.
Hit me.
Fresh baked.
Okay.
Besides cookie dough.
warm out the oven.
I'll eat cookie dough. You know, no matter.
While the chocolate's still melty.
Yeah, fresh baked, melty,
Almost
cold,
like half cooked.
like ice cold glass of
Ooh.
milk.
Dunk it in that. Okay. Do you prefer hard or soft cookies?
I like a little bit when they're fresh baked, they're a little soft, but they're also crispy. Right?
Really?
I like those. Yeah.
Boy, fresh baked, so crispy.
So like the middle soft and the
Depends
edges.
on how
are
long you
usually
cook
hard.
it.
Yeah, that's true. No, I'll cook my cookies and I'll throw them immediately in the freezer to get the temp off so they don't continue to cook. And I'll let them totally like cool down before I'll even dive into them. And they set up, they don't spread out as much and they set up a little thicker. And I consider myself a really good cook, but I cook for myself. And I know what I really love. And believe me, I've eaten some cookies in my life. And one of my best things that I make is cookies. I do a damn good job and I make it exactly how I fucking love it.
Technically, that's baking.
So
You're
it is. Yeah.
I'm not even going to argue with that.
I wanna
That's
ask-
actually 100% true. Hit me.
Cookies are called cookies, right? We're cooking cookies, but no, we're baking cookies.
But we're baking cookies.
How did they come up with the name cookie?
I think anytime he goes there, that's interesting. I think anytime you're dealing with like flour where something rises
Is baking.
is baking.
But I never thought that cookie is basically like the word itself is cook.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I just
Because it's
we're cookie.
It's not that at all.
No.
James Cook invented the cookie in 19. Yeah.
The cookie was invented
Jim Cookie.
by the Dutch. The Dutch word that they used was, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, but it was like keoke,
Okay.
cookie, or whatever, which was short for cook, which means cake. So it was like mini cake is what they cookie. And then when England got a hold of it,
Said this is a cookie.
they called it cookie, which was like cookie. Like
Yeah,
I'm
makes
butchering
sense.
the Dutch
Yeah,
pronunciation.
and then over
but
time it
that's-
just
yeah,
morphs into what it is today.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I'm a cookie fan. I like my cookies cooled down and I like to dunk them. I like them colder and softer to then dunk in milk and I definitely enjoy that.
I don't like big cookies either. I don't like.
I agree with that. I actually
don't
agree
like
with that.
Crumble?
For my thing, I don't like crumble.
I'm not a crumble guy either. I don't know if it's the price, but I just don't.
Gourmet cookies?
Their cookies are more like cake.
If it takes more than 2 bites for me to finish a cookie, I'm gonna be honest. It feels like it's bordering on too big, and I like it to be the right, width and diameter to be able to dip the whole thing into a glass. Of
I
milk.
agree.
Yeah,
So, Insomnia Cookie.
I don't want
is
to
a
break it
national
up
brand.
and dip
Yeah.
pieces.
Have you guys ever had Insomnia
Yes.
cookies? So I always get their minis because to me those are far superior than like one of their big honkers. Like they give these cookies out, they're like this big, but their mini ones are like this. And you're right, the dipping ratios you can just speed slot, bam, bam.
And the cups matter when dipping too.
Daniel
like, you
loves
don't want,
gooey cookies.
don't
You want a
some, like-
wide, short cup.
Yeah, not
I think
Kyle's.
is best.
Dude,
Right
I
there.
Not a
actually
long, tall cup.
I actually will get like a sauce dipping cup
I
or
get
like
a mug.
a mug. Yeah, like what do you mean?
Like a
coffee mug?
Coffee mug.
And you fill that sucker up with milk, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
I'll actually get like a
volume,
bowl, like a
you
short
know,
bowl.
bowl.
That's what
that
I'll
makes
do,
sense
man.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like a glass is not right.
This
No,
no.
I agree. I
Like, you
agree.
Look, it gets shorter as you get down. therefore
Exactly,
the
and then you're
cookie
fucking.
breaks.
And then you're like, put your whole fist
You're
in
not
the
enjoying-
glass to try and
you're
get
not
that
enjoying the
sweet
experience.
milk.
The cookie breaks. You're like, fuck.
I love gooey cookies, dude.
Gooey cookies.
I know I am so in the minority, but I've actually turned like there's a couple friends and my wife. I've turned them into cold cookie lovers. It's
Do you like the
That's why I
Chips
joke.
Ahoy soft cookies?
way over the regular ones. Yes,
They're
Big
good.
time. They're
They're good.
fucking good. I don't think I've ever bought those as an adult, but as a kid, yeah.
I bought them as an adult.
There's things
The
I
best
have to refrain
chocolate
from.
chip cookies for me are the only place I've ever seen that sells them. There's these little small ones, and they're these chocolate chip cookies that I've only ever seen sold on a Carnival cruise ship. And they have
I know exactly
there's a
which
shop
one you're
called
talking
Cherry
about.
on Top at Carnival, and they sell this like jar of little cookies.
I know
And you
exactly
take
what you're
those,
talking about.
and I can destroy those. Those
They're-
are so good.
They're almost like the texture of like a graham cracker, right?
Yeah,
Where they
it's a chocolate chip
yes.
cookie, but it tastes like almost like it's hard, but it's almost the best of both worlds because as soon as it gets a little moist, it just melts
It
into your
fucking
mouth.
melts. Carnival, even they have regular like just regular sugar. I don't even know what it is. Those are incredible,
Yeah,
dude. Carnival has something going on. I don't know if it's like a
their
gallon
cookies
of butter.
are like amazing.
They're ridiculous. I would go on a cruise just to hit up those cookies.
I gotta look to see if they sell those like outside of their ship.
They are good.
So
I know Daniel knows what I'm talking about because he was on the Carnival cruise with me recently, and we put down some damn cookies.
you guys just reminded me when I worked at Pop Murphy's, we used to make cookie dough. We
Yeah.
put it in a big tub.
Dude, your guys' cookie dough is legit.
We would buy the cookie dough ourselves, and we would just sit there back there and eat it like just raw.
Bomb.
It's good.
Wait, you would buy? Why wouldn't you just take it off the? I guess that's
Because he's an honest man. All right.
There was sometimes I would take it. It was a however I was feeling that day.
I know what you're talking about. When I worked in a food setting too, like you don't eat off the line. You're in a different mindset. Like I
Not
know
to mention
you were
it's
in
a health
food
code
too.
violation.
100%. Like when you're in prep mode, like you're not even thinking. It's almost like you're having like an out of body experience in making it. Versus when
I will say my
I know what
time
you're
at
saying.
Dairy Queen. I think that's really. I blame Dairy Queen for my addiction to soda because I was never addicted to soda until I got free soda at Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
And then also
good way to get
my like obsession with candy. It all started at Dairy Queen because we had just infinite amounts of Butterfinger, Reese's, Heath, cookie dough. Like it
didn't
was
even think about
all
that.
there all the time.
Just
And
you get a scoop of it. Boom.
yeah, and I don't, statute of limitations. I don't work there anymore, but
They're coming after you.
at the
You'd
end of the
make
night, there
your
was
own-
all this candy that you'd have to record the waste and throw it away, and we would all be like, "Fuck that!" We'd all just be mounted down
100%.
every night, and I ate so much candy at Dairy Queen.
We would at Pop Murphy's.
I'd be making the craziest blizzards. Like the thick, like one drop of ice cream, the rest Reese's.
Billy used to come in to my when I worked at Dairy Queen, and he would.
got
I
the
used to
hack.
make special quart-sized blizzards for him.
Go through the drive-thru. Let Kyle know I'm driving through. Oh, okay.
So it's a quart. And I would have to, so a large blizzard, I still remember this, a large blizzard would have 4 pulls of cookie dough into it. For the quart, I would put like 10. And then I would load it with hot fudge, cookie dough, and then give that to him. And it took like 5 minutes to blend it. And this dude would eat it in like a night.
Dude, we would do, because I would always I still do this. I get the chocolate extreme blizzard and then add cookie dough. That is like the goated for me. That's my favorite fucking.
Chocolate Extreme has brownie,
So
chocolate
good.
chunks, hot fudge. And there was one called a cookie jar that it's not advertised anymore, but a cookie jar was a chocolate extreme, but no, it wasn't chocolate extreme, but it was a cookie dough.
was like a blizzard of the
it was
month kind of
cookie
thing?
dough and hot fudge, and it also had Oreo in it as well.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Jesus. That's a heart attack that I'm willing to submit to.
Wow.
there's so many things on the Dairy Queen menu that aren't on the menu.
There's so many things he can't enjoy as a inferior human being.
Yeah, it's true.
Lactose
Intolerant.
We'll see. Okay.
You can have
I think-
he can have an
No, no, no,
Arctic
no.
Rush.
No,
at
no.
Dairy Queen.
Your ice cream
Hey.
isn't technically
Hey.
dairy, probably.
soft serve.
Ice
It's
cream?
dairy. But it's,
Ice cream I can handle, but does
I can't keep up with you. Every 2 seconds, this shit's changing.
ice cream I can eat a drumstick, no problem.
What is a drumstick? Oh, okay, sorry.
know?
I'm thinking of a chicken wing. Okay. I'm like, what the fuck's a drumstick? But literally, read the box. That is ice cream substitute. It's not real ice cream. There's nothing cream
well, that's why he
related
can
in there.
handle it.
That's why I can. I guess
It has nothing to do with. There's no
I
cream
can eat
in
normal
that.
ice cream too. The main
What?
worry with ice cream is if I eat too much, I break out, like in zits and like
Yeah, that's
acne.
actually-
Well, you're a grown man, though. You
It's,
don't
well,
break out
that's
into zits.
that's how my lactose works. So the only lactose that really like hurts my stomach is if it's like
Cheese.
no, not cheese. I can have pizza, no problem. If it's
He's making up.
He's fucking making this up. Pizza's covered and littered in cheese.
Yeah.
He can eat
No.
ice cream, apparently. What are you limited to? You can't have a parfait at 10 a.m.? What are
Olive-
we talking about?
Olive Garden condensed milk.
That's
So,
the
like,
one. So I have to hear
milk.
every time I
Alfredo?
serve a dinner.
Huh?
Like
Yeah.
fettuccine Alfredo.
Any
I
type
love
of
Olive
cream-
Garden fettuccine Alfredo, but it does fuck me up
Yeah,
every time
I think
eat
it fucks everybody up.
So any type of like heavy cream, that's what gets me. So like Starbucks,
Yeah.
that'll get me, or Olive Garden. But otherwise, I can have pizza.
So we had frozen yogurt the other day. Any issues?
No,
Well, he had the.
I had the sorbet.
Sor-
So
Sorbet.
why didn't you do the yogurt?
I could have, but I like fruity flavors. Like my body, right? Like so, I do have the lactose intolerance, but also my appetite leans away from that too, just naturally. I don't know,
You've just learned to avoid it. Okay.
but I don't crave it.
You've
Yeah.
learned to avoid it.
So
He's-
like I want fruity flavors. I want more. I don't like chocolate too much, and I don't. Cheese is good. I like cheese. Like I like a cheddar, sharp
Oh,
cheddar.
dude.
You know.
My wife makes the best charcuterie boards. She'll go through and design all these
Yeah,
things
she does.
up.
I've
and
seen
she
'em.
does
Yeah.
so cool. and I can put down some meat and cheese, bro. He's on Gremlin. I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
He's on Gremlin rules.
What does that mean?
I-
Don't
you
feed
know.
you after 10. I agree, Daniel. Like this guy
even
doesn't
know
make
what that
sense,
means.
bro. You don't even make sense
You
to me.
agree?
You can't have a parfait. How many times do we have to
So
hear that he's
gremlins are like
lactose?
those nice creatures, and then they eat those.
Yeah.
Well, you can't feed him after midnight.
Yeah, and then
you
they
can't get
turn
him wet.
into like.
Listen, how many times do we have to hear about this guy being lactose intolerant? He's like, I can have pizza, I can have ice cream, and
I've told you
it's
guys
really
that multiple
Olive
times.
Garden heavy cream. Okay, all right. What are we even talking
It's
about?
more
here?
on you that you don't remember this.
Yeah, well,
I have to remember your
getting
dietary
spicy.
restriction.
It's getting spicy.
It's
I'm
the
just saying,
I
I've told you multiple times.
the heavy cream. So can you have butter?
Yeah.
I don't get that then, because heavy cream, like the next step is butter.
Condensed milk or like heavily processed stuff.
Okay, so if I made like a chicken Alfredo, but I churned that butter in the heavy
I'd
cream
probably be
myself,
fine.
you'd probably be fine. It's whatever. It's the concoction of bullshit that they put into
Yep.
it to make it last.
My stomach says,
Got
fuck this. Emergency toilet.
But to be fair, I would say 90% of America gets the evacuation signal after eating.
I didn't know that
Olive
with
Garden.
Olive Garden.
Let's be honest.
I thought it was only me because everybody always loves Olive Garden. You know the
And
bottomless
everybody
pasta.
secretly loves having diarrhea because they think they're losing weight. So it's
The pre-Ozempic era. It was good Olive Garden.
I
Chew
need
your
to shit my
out.
brains out. Let's go down. Let's go down to Olive Garden. Let's get some heavy creams. We'll get the dipping sauce and the Alfredo.
Yeah, that was the only way.
Oh,
There was no other easier ways to
Jesus.
lose weight than that.
that was it.
No, my stomach is a fickle beast for sure.
You know what I can't have? I can eat shit. I mean, I can eat pork.
That's gross.
Do you know what I can't have?
What?
Root beer floats.
Really?
I've only ever had root beer floats.
A mixture of soda and
I don't know what it is.
What happens?
Root beer floats I've had twice in my life. I had it in third grade, and then I had it later on.
Third grade.
Third grade. I'm dead serious.
Specifically.
We made it in school, and then I had it as an adult years later at A&W Root Beer. I winded up actually puking both times.
Really?
And
interesting.
I don't know what it is. I don't
What
know.
if you had like a freeze? Like it's like a
Like brain freeze?
no. So like a at Dairy Queen they were called freezes, but basically it was
like
like,
a
a float.
slushie?
But no, it was like a float, but the ice cream and sodas mixed together, like a milkshake. So it was like a
Oh.
milkshake made with soda.
Well, yeah,
soda.
you're able to eat the blizzards and stuff, right?
Yeah, I had no problem with that. But like it's not like it makes me sick to my stomach, and I don't know if it's still there now, and it might be totally unrelated correlation.
Maybe
But
both times
both
it was
times.
contaminated.
Literally.
Yeah.
You're making it in a
I
third
couldn't
grade
eat
class.
at Pizza Hut for years because I got food poisoning from there once and it ruined it for me. And then I slowly had to start eating it again.
My wife was out of town. Was it this weekend or last weekend? And I just ordered Pizza Hut because I didn't want to make or cook anything. I was doing a bunch of shit. Pizza Hut's pretty fucking good, dude.
I didn't
Pizza
know what
Hut's
direction
pretty
you're going to
good.
go with that.
Pizza
It was
Hut's
either going to
pretty
be bad
good.
story, good story.
We've been pretty let down by our
Pretty
local
good.
Pizza Hut here a few times.
Well, when you order the big box and it's not so big. Kind of a well, that's also like the cheapest deal you could get, so they're like rolling out the cardboard or whatever. I got their like specialty pizza.
You know what
Whoa.
pizza lets I'm sure we've talked about this before, but pizza that lets me down every time is Domino's. Every time I
Dude,
feel like
I agree.
meh.
Domino's
And it's so pricey too.
yeah, Domino's when I was a kid was dog shit. And then right when I went to college, their CEO came on national television on their ads and was like, "Hey, we made dog shit pizza for years. Here's what we're doing to change that." And all of a sudden, for like 6 years, Domino's, from my recollection, actually got pretty damn decent. It was like, "Hey, this is pretty good." And then like 4 years ago, they went right back to being hot garbage. Do you know what the most popular pizza chain store is in America?
Domino's?
It's fucking Domino's. Like twice as popular as Pizza Hut.
Like it's it.
I think, in my opinion, Domino's and Pizza Hut are the same.
Not even close. Pizza Hut has Wing Street. So their wings are actually pretty dang good. Domino's wings, they're clipping baby clucks. Their wings are this big, bro. Their wings are this. You're eating that thing and like, this is the chicken veal. All right, dude.
Best pizza is Pizza
It's the
Plus.
baby chickens, dude.
Pizza Plus.
Pizza Plus is
and
good.
their wings.
Best quick and
Not
easy
a
pizza is
Pizza
Little
Plus guy.
Caesars.
Oh yes.
Wait, hit me with that.
Little Caesars.
Best quick and easy is
Oh, yeah.
Little Caesars.
I think that'll
100%.
for the
forever do
price
that.
too.
Yeah.
For the
quick,
price,
easy,
value,
and cheap.
what you're getting. I love me some crazy bread. You know. But you don't like Pizza Plus.
I'm not because I don't like ranch, and
Ah.
everybody drinks their ranch.
Yeah, their ranches.
That ranch makes up. I will
ranch is
tell you
killer.
this: Pizza Hut, Pizza Plus's pizza below average in my opinion. But there's some I don't know what what happens to it when you get the pizza, the wings, and the fries all going at the same time. It hits pretty good.
And those weird long strips of carrot.
Yeah, like there's something about
Celery.
that. But if you're just
Celery.
like reheating it the next day, that Pizza Plus pizza is trash.
Depends on how you reheat it.
I have an air fryer and I've got pretty fucking good at reheating.
You got to reheat it in a pan.
I worked at Domino's. Oh, that's right. You worked, and my cousin worked at Domino's, and I can't eat it anymore. Why can't you eat anymore? Because you ate it so much, or is it just changed? I'm actually curious in your opinion of like, because you worked there for like a long time, I think, Dan. Right? Like, did it get better for a little bit and then go to shit again? Because that's my recollection. I remember there. You remember those commercials?
Maybe
Their
you just got
CEO?
burnt out on it.
I did get it a lot in college, but no, I've had it recently, and I'm like, this is shit pizza. Do you remember those commercials though, where their CEO would come on and
Yeah, I
be like,
remember.
"Our pizza sucks. Here's what we're doing to change it." And I was like, I kind of like this guy. I respect.
him.
it. Exactly.
I respect an honest man.
Plus, their $7 large pizza, large 3-topping pizza carryout deal, right on the way home from
$7?
college. Yes, dude.
I don't remember this deal.
Yes, large $7 3-topping pizza for carry out only. I'm coming home from school. I had a order on repeat. I'd hit it right when I was walking to my car. I get in my car, drive home, boom, get home. I got a large pizza. I got the cheesy bread, and I got a 2-liter of soda. We're gaming all fucking weekend, boys. That's a good weekend right there. That's how you kick that shit off.
What about like blind onion?
Not a blind onion. guy.
I don't
I don't
think
like
it's
spending
fair
that
to
much.
compare it to those.
Too fancy.
It's too fancy. It's like a gourmet.
Like
it's
Grimaldi's.
well, and it's like Red
That
Robin.
is good pizza.
Grimaldi's is good, but it's high
Yes.
class pizza. It's not like the same.
Yeah, it's like
Not
Red Robin
Domino's.
versus like McDonald's. You can't compare Red Robin and McDonald's.
Two
Gourmet
separate
burger
things.
versus regular burger.
I could go for Red Robin.
but I'm
now.
saying they're
Have you
two
ever had Red
different-
Robin pizza?
the
It's actually not
the
bad.
Donatos or whatever.
Yeah.
Apparently, that is a big brand of pizza, and
Oh, they just sell it at Domino's?
yeah, like kind of like the Mr. Beast thing, where like
Or,
you order from
Beast
restaurants and it's not their
Red
actual
Robin,
food.
I mean.
Okay, Daniel says it was good in the beginning, but then it got worse because they were trying to save money. But that's like fast food. It was awesome when I was a kid. Now it sucks. I think that's exactly.
That's
my
how I feel about
feelings.
all
Yeah.
food, to be honest.
all food I don't cook sucks. And I'm
You know
the
what
best.
restaurant always lets me down?
Hold on. Let me think. Which restaurant always lets you?
Always lets me down, but it's like a standard of America.
Which one lets?
We gotta
you
guess.
down?
We gotta guess. It's a standard of
It's-
America.
He hates McDonald's, so it's not.
No,
like
it's a restaurant.
Sit down restaurant.
Okay,
sit down.
sit down restaurant.
I almost want to say,
I'm gonna say Applebee's.
Applebee's.
100% Applebee's.
Yes, it is. It's like
I don't know what
yeah.
it is.
It's not good.
Every
I don't
time
go there.
Every time I eat Applebee's, I regret it.
Did you guys see the drink special they had for like Halloween?
No,
It was ridiculous. It was like $5, and you got a rum cocktail.
What?
$5.
dude. Do you know what is like on like to a spectator that didn't know the food game like us? They would see these at the same level, but is so far superior. Chili's.
Chili's is way better
Chili's
than Applebee's.
is so much fucking better than Applebee's.
It's equated as like the same level of restaurant, but Chili's is leagues better than
Dude,
Applebee's.
yes, it's so much better. I feel like honestly, $5 doesn't scare me away. Like that seems
$10
$10
bucket. Applebe's was the
$10
place
bucket.
to get.
How much is that?
I don't
Like,
know.
that's
that
like-
was a place to get fucked up, I guess, during Halloween was Applebee's.
I was gonna
Apparently.
say like a $5 cocktail is pretty reasonable in my
That's
opinion.
really good.
And that's
Like $4
Bacardi.
beers, that's very competitive.
It says Bacardi and Malibu. Those aren't
Not
cheap.
cheap. Yeah. Applebee's is struggling, bro.
What's your favorite like bar and grill?
I mean, this just might be local.
BJ's.
Bar and grill.
Like BJ's?
Back in the day, BJ's, not really anymore. They used to have a
I like
way better
BJ's.
menu.
I had a steak from there the other day, and I added extra garlic butter, but they just too
nuked
much.
it, bro.
They drowned it in the garlic.
Oh, really?
butter. Yeah. And I was like,
Would you
too
say
much.
BJ's is a bar and grill?
I think.
I think it's in the title.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
a,
like
I think
it's
it's
more
called
like a
BJ's.
brewery.
Is it BJ's Brewery or is it BJ's Bar and Grill?
It's brewery.
Wouldn't a brewery be a bar and grill?
I feel like they're two different things.
Like, what are you gonna call out for your bar and grill? Like Sparkies,
I was gonna say like
Bullies?
Bullies.
Flowing Tide or Bullies.
Flowing Tide is bomb.
Flowing
for sure.
Tide's local, but I love Flowing Tide. Is it local or is it a chain?
I think it's a chain.
It's a chain.
a chain locally.
locally. So
They're
I said
opening a Flowing Tide by my house.
like
too.
versus I would say BJ's is closer to like Outback.
Okay.
Nah.
Like they're similar. They're a sit down restaurant.
Outback is more blue collar. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I don't know if I would.
Awesome
Because
Aussie.
Outback is known for their steak. BJ's steak is like a sub option.
Yeah, like you go to Outback, you're gonna order a $20 steak. When you go to BJ's, you order fucking
Pazuki.
Pizookie, and
Did you hear about the Pazuki deal they had?
I-
Membership?
I hate their Pizookies.
It was like $5 a month. No, maybe more. It was like $20 a month. You could go in every day, get one Pazuki for free. I mean, not free because you're paying for it, but
Wow, I don't know. Warm cookies and ice cream.
Yeah, he doesn't like warm
I
cookies.
don't like
we've
warm
established.
cookies, bro.
now Kyle.
I don't really like bazooki.
I'm not going to like a restaurant to walk
For-
in to get my free Pizookie.
I've been here every day for a month.
What
I've
an
earned
asshole to be like, and then you have to tip, of course, so you're like really spending money.
I'm here
Um,
for my Pazuki, please.
What's the if you go to a restaurant and you're like, and you're aware of the fact that this is just a higher standard of dining, yeah, like this is an elevated experience. How much money are you comfortable spending?
If I'm
$250
aware,
a head.
$250 a head. If you're prepped and aware that this is going to be a
Yeah,
higher level
I would
of
even be
dining.
willing to spend more than that if it was truly like a prestigious place, like House of Prime Rib or something like that. And I knew going into it, like I'm getting that.
Which that was
Omega-
about 200 a head.
Yeah, I would drop that in an instant.
I'd agree with
Not
Billy.
even
$250.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go to those like Michelin star places, but I don't want to go to the one like I don't want to go to a place that has 40 courses. I want to go to a place
Like,
that has
yeah.
like 6, but they're quality large pieces.
The idea
I
of
don't
sitting
want
down
40.
and having like 30 small dishes
Yeah.
does not excite me.
No.
Because
And one of the dishes is like inhaling beef tallow smoke. You know, like no, that's not. Oh God!
I would rather go to just a really nice like steakhouse or
Yeah.
something, you know. There's
Agreed.
also this other steakhouse in San Francisco. I think it's called Harris. Harris?
Harris Casino.
Yeah, not
Like
Harris
Harris Ranch?
but Harris.
Harris Ranch.
Really good. Really good. And they I had a prime rib from there. It wasn't as good as House of Prime Rib, but it was
Bomb.
Went to Stinking Rose in San Francisco. Pretty good. They're like all garlic.
Oh my God! Don't tell my wife. She'll be there in 10 seconds.
It was
I
really
am
good.
a vampire,
Honestly, I would recommend going there because it taught me that garlic is like
life.
Abuse.
no, like I put garlic in a box. Like I thought it was only tasted this way. It was only used for this. That place teaches you that garlic has so many different ways to be used to where it doesn't taste like you
Yeah, it's just
expect.
like an onion, right? You can have it raw. You can have it caramelized. You can
Yep.
do it all the different.
and you
kind
can
of
have
ways.
like they had this
minced, diced.
the appetizer we ordered was bread with like these garlic cloves, but they were like caramelized or whatever way they cooked it. It was soft and it was almost more sweet. It didn't taste. It was good. Like I was like, this does not taste like garlic, but I liked it.
Well, Daniel, where can people find us?
Daniel?
Sorry, I was reading his name.
I was like, is he gonna
Dylan.
name
You
it in the
type
comments?
it in the comments.
Type
Type in the
make
comments.
our viewer watch.
And
Dylan,
we just
where
sit in
can-
silence. Well, he typed it.
Yeah, we're just like, all right.
Where can people find us, Dylan?
They can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, any major podcast listening platform, as well as right here on YouTube, where we stream every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Come join us, say hi, enjoy our chat. We were supposed to talk about Sparking Zero, but
He derailed that. 'cause
he derailed it.
I think
so
he just couldn't take. We already went through the Dragon Age conversation,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I just can't fucking take another
I can't
conversation
just
that
sit
I
here."
don't want to be a part of."
And the candy one was way more engaging, let's be honest.
But yeah, come join us, say hi.
Sparking
We'd
Zero,
enjoy to
it's
see
good.
ya.
Download it.
Sweet.